Lewis Hamilton's Ferrari debut in Australia didn't start the way many expected. Struggling in FP1, he was frustrated with the car's handling, falling behind his teammate, Charles Leclerc. But in FP2, things took a turn for Ferrari. Hamilton found pace and adjusted to the SF25, but Ferrari had unexpected sentiments about his performance. His words weren't filled with frustration, but with excitement and determination.
Charles, in the end, in my first qualifying session in this car, which I really am still learning this car. I've been chipping away at it all weekend, fine-tuning it, finding new tools that we didn't get to test in testing.
What he said about his day has left many shocked. So, what's next for the 7-time world champion? And what does this mean for Ferrari's season? We are about to dive into the blistering details of the Formula One free practice of Ferrari. But before that, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Let's start with Lewis Hamilton's Ferrari debut at the Australian Grand Prix didn't go as planned. FP1 proved to be a tough session for the 7-time world champion, who could only manage 12th place on the timesheets. While the excitement of his first race weekend in red was undeniable, his on-track performance left much to be desired. Throughout the session, Hamilton struggled with the car's handling, particularly when it came to turn-in performance. His discomfort was evident in his team's radio communications, where he expressed frustration over the SF25's behavior. Meanwhile, his teammate, Charles Leclerc, looked far more comfortable, securing an impressive third place, just 2/10 off Lando Norris, who topped the session. Ferrari had high expectations for Hamilton, but his early struggles raised concerns. Former driver and commentator Martin Brundle noted that Hamilton's body language, even before stepping into the car, suggested unease. The session was further disrupted by Oliver Bearman's crash, which limited track time. Despite his rough start in FP1, Hamilton showed signs of progress in the second practice session. He improved significantly, climbing up to 5th place, finishing 0.42 seconds behind Leclerc, who topped the session. This marked a notable improvement in his ability to extract performance from the SF25. Hamilton's race pace also appeared stronger, hinting that he was beginning to understand the car's behavior under different fuel loads. While Leclerc remained ahead, Hamilton's deficit shrank from 6/10 in FP1 to 4/10 in FP2, signaling a gradual acclimatization to his new team and machinery. His feedback suggested that the car felt entirely different from what he had driven in the past, requiring an adjustment in driving style. Hamilton acknowledged that he was still getting used to Ferrari's systems and terminology, emphasizing that the learning curve remained steep. The turnaround in FP2 provided hope that his struggles in FP1 were just part of the adaptation process and not a long-term issue. After a roller coaster practice day, Hamilton shared his thoughts on his Ferrari debut. Despite the initial difficulties, he remained optimistic about the process of adapting to his new surroundings. Speaking to the media, Hamilton described the experience as reminiscent of his debut season with McLaren in 2007. Hamilton acknowledged post-FP2 that his Ferrari feels completely different from anything he's driven at the Australian GP, but he is relishing the experience. He said, "Super exciting build-up to this week, and it felt amazing to get out there and be in a Ferrari here. Honestly, the car felt so much different from what I've ever experienced coming to this track." So, it took a little bit of bedding in through FP1. FP2 was a little better, but we're slowly building and getting a little bit faster, bit by bit. Following the practice sessions, Hamilton's statement surprised many. Rather than expressing frustration or doubt, he conveyed excitement about the challenge ahead. He acknowledged the limited time spent in the car and the uncertainty of the team's standing, but emphasized the importance of staying focused. He expressed eagerness to get started, describing the experience as special and meaningful. Hamilton highlighted how this season would be filled with new milestones and shared his gratitude for the opportunity. He stressed that while the team still had work to do, the process of growth and adaptation was just as important as immediate results. His words shifted the focus from early struggles to long-term progress, reassuring fans and his team that he is committed to success. Rather than dwelling on uncertainties, he emphasized the bigger picture, embracing the challenge with optimism. His approach set a positive tone for the season ahead. His measured approach and realistic expectations suggest that he is not panicking despite the early struggles. The Brit emphasized that he feels honored to be driving for Ferrari and is determined to make the most of this new chapter in his career. Ferrari team principal Frédéric Vasseur defended Hamilton's performance, urging patience as the 7-time world champion settles into his new team. Vasseur stressed that Hamilton's struggles in FP1 were expected and not a cause for concern. Vasseur said before Hamilton improved to 5th in FP2, "It's not the goal to be at the limit on one session. It's not a matter of speed. The target is for him to know everybody in the team and to discover the software, the process, and the system. I'm convinced that we have something very similar to Mercedes, but at the end of the day, perhaps not with the same name or the same way to use them. It's just a learning process. We did 1 or 2 test days with the TPC 1 or 2 months ago. It was a good way to approach it, but nothing compares to the race weekend. We have to go through and we have to do it, but I'm not worried at all about this." While Hamilton remains behind Leclerc, Ferrari's belief in his ability to adapt and succeed remains unwavering. The first qualifying session of the season saw Charles Leclerc out-qualify Hamilton, securing 7th place while Hamilton settled for 8th. The gap between them was 0.218 seconds, an improvement from the previous day, but still a notable difference. Hamilton admitted that Ferrari was not where they wanted to be in terms of competitiveness, finishing as the 6th fastest team behind McLaren, Red Bull, Mercedes, Racing Bulls, and Williams. Despite being out-qualified, Hamilton expressed satisfaction with his performance, emphasizing that being this close to Leclerc in his first Ferrari qualifying session was a positive takeaway. He acknowledged that there is still a lot of work to do, but remains confident in his ability to close the gap. Hamilton also pointed out that Ferrari's way of working is vastly different from Mercedes, making his transition more complex. The way data is analyzed, strategies are discussed, and engineering terms are used all require him to adjust his approach. However, he remains committed to learning and improving as he continues his Ferrari journey. Hamilton's Ferrari debut weekend is shaping up to be a fascinating storyline. While his FP1 struggles raised concerns, his FP2 improvement and optimistic outlook suggest that he is gradually finding his footing. Ferrari's faith in him remains strong, and the team believes he will soon be performing at his best. Being out-qualified by Leclerc was expected given the Monegasque's familiarity with the team, but Hamilton's progress is promising. His adaptation process will be a key talking point throughout the season, and if he can continue making steady improvements, he could soon challenge for podiums and wins. The Australian Grand Prix is just the beginning of his Ferrari journey, and fans can expect plenty of drama and excitement as Hamilton navigates this new chapter. His statements after practice showed that he is ready for everything and looking forward. Summing up the things, Hamilton's first weekend in Ferrari Red has already been a roller coaster. From early struggles in FP1 to a solid recovery in FP2, his unexpected statement proves he's embracing the challenge. While Leclerc has the upper hand for now, Hamilton's history shows he thrives under pressure. Will Leclerc be a frontline soldier in Ferrari's driver lineup this year? Or will Lewis Hamilton surprise the Formula One grid? In the end, it's time to hear from you. Share your favorite picks from the video in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Formula One trackside analysis. Thanks for watching.